In this video, we will cover how to grade student work in Artusi. The title of this video is a little misleading because most of the exercises in Artusi are automatically graded for you. There are, however, a handful of exercises where you will have to go in and manually award a grade for students. These include sight reading exercises, file upload exercises, audio recording upload exercises, open-ended questions, fill-in-the-blank questions, and annotate an image questions, which are music analysis questions. All other exercises in Artusi, such as interval identification, counterpoint, SATB part writing, etc., are all automatically graded by Artusi. Before I show you how to manually review and grade exercises in Artusi, I'd like to first show you how to override a grade that was awarded by Artusi. I have an assignment here, and I'd like to review how my student did. To do that, I can head over to the grade book and then click on the student. And then I can find the assignment listed here in the table and click the eye icon. Now here you'll see a view of the student's assignment and how they did. You can see at the top here it says editing on behalf of, and then the student's name. You can actually make edits directly to the student submission. And you can also override the grade that Artusi gave to the student. So you'll see here that this question is out of 12 points, and Artusi graded the student work, provided some visual feedback in the form of these parallel lines here, and also awarded a point value out of 12. I can also click this little icon here to take a look at some more detailed feedback here. Now let's say I thought that for whatever reason 7 out of 12 was perhaps too harsh. I could click this and then I can go in here and change this point value. You'll notice here that now it says Artusi awarded a score of 7 out of 12 to distinguish the Artusi awarded value from your own. I could also maybe go up to correct if I want to be extra generous, or incorrect. If I wanted to, I could also write some custom feedback for the student. And I can do that, again, by clicking this icon here, and then scrolling down here, and then typing in here. And then submit. Now the student, when they reopen their assignment, will see this feedback along with the feedback that was provided by Artusi. Just a couple of other things to note about overriding grades in Artusi. First, when you override a grade for a question, that will also automatically update the overall grade of the assignment. Secondly, when you override grades, if you are connected to a learning management system like Canvas, that updated grade will also be updated in the Canvas gradebook. There are some types of exercises that Artusi cannot automatically grade. Let me show you some examples. Here is an assignment with a couple of exercises. This one is an open-ended question exercise. Here the students see an excerpt and they are asked to submit a response to a question. Here is the question here, and I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the editor for this exercise. You can see the same question listed here, and I provided 2 acceptable responses as answer keys for this question. If a student types either of these responses, Artusi will automatically mark their response as correct. But what if a student submits something else? Maybe, for example, they misspell appoggiatura, which is not very hard to do. Well, in that case, we want to obviously mark the student as correct. If we wanted to be really strict, we could mark anything that's not one of these 2 answers as incorrect automatically. And you can do that with this setting right here. But that doesn't seem appropriate for this exercise. We want to allow for alternative responses from students. The other exercise in this assignment that will require manual review from you, the instructor, is this one down here. This is a sight reading exercise where the student submits a recording of them singing or playing this melody. And as of right now, which is fall 2025, Artusi does not yet automatically grade sight reading exercises, although that might change by the time you're watching this video. Artusi will notify you on your course main menu anytime there is a question that requires your review. Here I am on the main menu for my course, and this icon here in the navigation indicates the number of questions that currently require my review. I'll go ahead and click this, and I'll click through to this button here, and this will take me to the review questions page. I can find the assignment that has questions that require my view. This will expand to show the exercises within that assignment that have questions that require review. Here is the open-ended question exercise that we saw earlier. If you click here, you will see the exercise instructions and the answer keys for this exercise. You'll see a couple of responses here. By default, these responses are anonymous. If you'd like to see the names of the students associated with each of these responses, you can go up here and click this button here. By default, we keep this turned off in order to suppress unconscious bias. Now, when I scroll back down, I will see the student names associated with each response. Now, from this page, I can manually award a grade. So, for example, I could set this as incorrect or partial. If I wanted to allot partial credit points, I could slide this slider like this, and I could also select correct like this. In this case, the student's response is correct, and I would like for other students who had the same response to also be marked as correct. So I can do that by selecting this option right here. You can see that this answer key has now been added to the list of answer keys. And let me go ahead and do exactly the same thing with this student here, because I think this qualifies as a correct response. Great. Now, the cool thing is that if I hop back over to the exercise editor for this exercise, let me refresh the page, I will now see these answer keys listed here as well. Great. I'll go ahead and close this. You'll notice also, by the way, that the number of questions listed in the navigation changes in real time as you grade the questions. I will now turn my attention to the sight reading exercise here, and I'll see a student submission. What you can do from here is listen to the student recording and compare it against a MIDI playback of the same example. So here, for example, I'm going to play the recording. 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2. I'm going to go ahead and stop playing that because that's me singing and it's a little cringe. And I can also go and listen to the MIDI playback as well. Okay, I'll go ahead and pause that. And what I can do, again, just like before, is allot partial credit points or correct or incorrect. And I can also, down here, add some feedback. And students will see this feedback when they open their assignment. This has been an overview of how to grade student work in Artusi. Please visit our YouTube channel to view other video tutorials on how to get the most out of your Artusi course. Have a great day and happy teaching.